Hello guys, I'm here with Harry RAMBURN. How are you, Harry?
Not too bad, Matthew. You okay?
Excellent. I'm actually very excited about this interview.
No, me too.
All right, so just to give you a bit of information about Harry, he worked for a medical company for about 7 years as a senior sales manager with a team of 30 people. And when they were purchased, he wanted to do something on his own, so he left the company and set up a recruiting company with a partner. So, Harry, I have a few questions for you. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Can you first tell us a little bit about that company, recommended recruitment?
Yeah, I mean, the reason we started the business was that in my previous company, we were doing all the recruiting there. And what I was finding was that we were probably spending 2 hours of the company's time interviewing people who we didn't believe should be in front of us. So we couldn't understand how they actually made it that far in the whole interview process. When we started speaking to these candidates, asking what their journey had been like, a lot of them were saying that they hadn't actually met the recruiter. They had a phone call once they put their CV on a job site. The recruiter calls them up and says, "I've got a job for you, send them for the interview," not knowing too much about it. So a lot of people weren't right for the roles. Sometimes the job wasn't right for the individuals as well. So a lot of time was being wasted on both ends. We were doing this for about a year when we realized, you know what, we could actually do this ourselves and do the recruitment for companies. We know exactly what type of individuals they'd be looking for. So the money that we saved over the course of like 3 or 4 months, we decided to head out on our own.
How long has it been since you started?
About 6, 7 weeks now.
So nowadays, how does a typical day look like for you?
Typical day. So we get to the office probably for 8:30, 9 o'clock. Check emails like most people would do in any business. We have a team meeting each morning just to debrief the day before, just to find out what difficulties that there were, what kind of targets we actually hit. Once we've done that, we share best practice as well. I always find it's important for people who have done well the day before to share why they had a good day. I feel that builds motivation. In any role, you should never stop learning, and I'm a massive believer in that. So we do debrief that every single morning. Once we've done that, for me, I'm just booked in from probably about 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock with candidates to interview. So we have someone who brings the candidates in, does the actual phone call, and then they come in and I do a face-to-face. So my day is spent speaking to lots of different people every single day.
You know, I like that you're really taking the time in the morning to plan your day and, you know, get it started properly, and then focus most of your day on what actually brings business and, you know, makes you successful. So I think that's a very good structure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. What would you say are the top 3 qualities that a salesperson should have?
Top 3 qualities. It's a tough one. There's a lot of qualities that we look for. But for myself, what I'm looking for is someone who's motivated, first of all. So they've got clear goals. You could have 2 top salespeople going for a role, but the thing that would differentiate the 2 would be how hungry, how motivated one of them was compared to the other. So that's definitely one of the key for me. A great attitude as well. So I think that encompasses a lot of different qualities, because if you've got a good attitude, you'll find a way of making something work. You're proactive. For me, I used to spend many evenings researching sales tips, sales skills, reading, watching videos, because I just wanted to better myself every single day. And probably the third one, which is probably the most important, is having a noble purpose. So understanding what you're selling and why that's a good thing to be selling. I think many salespeople actually miss that key out. They just sit in the products and they just want to get paid. but actually seeing the bigger picture and having that noble purpose is really important.
So who are some of the inspirations, some of the sales geniuses that you've learned from?
There's a lot, but I would say the three that probably had the biggest impact on me would be Grant Cardone. Don't know if you've heard of Grant's. The reason I enjoy watching his videos and learning from him is that he's just got this drive and this ambition, this insatiable appetite to succeed. When I watch him, I do feel very much motivated. There's Jordan Belfort. Didn't know anything about Jordan Belfort until I watched The Wolf of Wall Street. So I started watching some of his videos, looked at his straight line theory, and I could relate a lot of the information he gives in the straight line theory to the type of sales that I've done. He's quite big into tonality, so how your tone comes across, especially when you're doing phone sales. And I was a big believer in that as well. And Anthony Robbins as well, more for how to watch my own mindset, how to keep myself focused. So rather than sales, but just what goes on mentally. To be honest, what I found is that the best person to coach me is myself, because I know what works for me, what's not going to work for me. I'm very good at filtering out a lot of the information that there is online and taking out specifics for me, for myself, which don't be very useful. You probably see that there's so much information on the web that people can go and actually look at, but yeah, there's not an endless supply of top salespeople. And the reason is that a lot of them find it difficult to actually filter through what's going to work and what's not going to work.
Right, so you find what's going to work for you and filter through your experiences and what you're interested in. And okay.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of the people I've just mentioned are American. So I'm based in the UK, so it works slightly differently. So they're very enthusiastic, very kind of in your face, and I take what I think will be useful, but a lot of it I can't use just because it wouldn't really work on
different culture. Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you had to give 3 pieces of advice in terms of B2B sales or sales in general, what would that be?
Find products that you believe in, first of all. I think it's quite a common one, but I was lucky enough I fell into private medical insurance. I didn't know anything about it, didn't know what I was selling. I just heard it was a good job to go for, and I just went for it. It turns out that actually selling private medical insurance is a very noble product to actually sell, because how it can actually help people. Earlier in my career, in my previous company, I had a lady who called me up 3 months after setting up a policy, and she thanked me for persuading her to take out the policy, because she didn't think she would ever use it, but she used it very quickly, and she had her son seen within 2 weeks of being seen by a GP, when the waiting list on the NHS was actually going to be 18 weeks, which she said that would cause her a lot of anxiety, but having our product, she was seen quickly, or he was seen quickly. So definitely having that product that you really believe in. Investing in your own education. Just for me, you should never stop learning. So even now, I try to be as humble as I can. I don't make out that I know it all. If I'm speaking to someone who's giving me advice, I'm always going to take it on board. But like I said, I'm very good at filtering out what's going to be useful and what won't be that useful. But yeah, I'm constantly reading books, constantly looking at courses online, and just spending that money on myself so I can develop as a person and as a salesperson. And probably the third one would be, don't make it about you. In sales, it's very easy to make it about yourself. It's all about how much money you can earn. It's all about your targets. And sometimes companies with their managers can push that on top of you. But what I've actually done is discover I can actually focus on my customers rather than myself, and that's helped me massively throughout my whole career.
Okay. And so what are you reading right now, or which course are you going through right now?
At the moment, I'm reading the Gary Vaynerchuk book, Ask Gary V. He is a great salesperson, but he doesn't go on and on about being a great salesperson. But what I like is his passion, his enthusiasm, and he's a terrific salesperson as well. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that book.
I like the guy. I haven't read his book yet. I've watched some of his videos, and I definitely like his personality and his enthusiasm. Like I just said, it's very contagious.
Absolutely.
And, it's a smart man as well. Like, he has a lot of good things to say.
No, and I enjoy the fact that he does remain humble, because he's not about some of the sales coaches and gurus out there. They entice you in with the flash cars and the big houses and the money, and this is be like me. But with Gary, it's not like that at all. It's all about, actually tells you it's going to be hard work, and that you do need to keep your feet on the ground and just keep working hard. And he enjoys the grind, and that's what I enjoy as well. So.
Well, keep grinding, keep working hard, and this has been great, Harry. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem at all.
Bye.
Bye.